por venir una vez más a una conferencia de 20th Century Fox. Ahora, como saben, estamos presentando Revenant, el renacido, para lo cual tenemos a dos talentos muy importantes que vienen con ustedes a compartir sus experiencias, y les pido por favor que le den la más cordial bienvenida a Leonardo.
Alejandro, a tu izquierda, por favor. Alejandro, a tu izquierda. ¡Saludos, Alejandro! Alejandro, un saludo. Aquí los dos, por favor, de este lado. Leo, acá.
First off, it's fantastic to be back here in Mexico City. I did a film, Romeo and Juliet, when I was 21 years old, so it's been 20 years since I've been back. It's an honor to be back, especially with your celebrated and acclaimed masterful director, Alejandro. And no, I mean, the reason you work with somebody is not just because they win an Academy Award, it's because they're fantastic artists. And I think that Alejandro is one of the most groundbreaking directors in modern cinema. I think certainly these last two films that he's done are going to be talked about for generations to come, from film lovers and directors of different areas. I think that we wanted to go on an immersive adventure together. I knew that Alejandro wanted to submerge himself in the natural world and portray Hugh Glass's story with incredible authenticity, almost like creating a documentary. So, for me, I think film is a director's medium. They have the ability to submerge you in a completely different environment and have the rest of the world be erased and have you just be submerged in something entirely new. And that's at its best, that's what film can do. So to work with Alejandro for me was really a dream come true. I think that there's nobody else that could have accomplished what he accomplished in this film cinematically, and I would love to do it again.
Entonces, ¿qué significa para ti eso? ¿Qué tan importante es un Óscar para Leonardo DiCaprio?
Para mí, las nominaciones que ha recibido Renacido es una satisfacción porque es el reconocimiento de miembros de la academia. Muchos de ellos son, digamos, miembros activos de la producción fílmica. Entonces son colegas que están cerca del oficio de ser cineastas, y el reconocimiento de 12 nominaciones es el resultado del trabajo de equipo que tuvimos todos, todos los que nos involucramos por tanto tiempo, con tanto esfuerzo. Entonces, ese reconocimiento es una celebración al trabajo en su totalidad, que es una llena de orgullo y de mucha satisfacción. Más allá de que ganemos o no ganemos, creo que la película ya ganó. Ese reconocimiento es un gran abrazo de cariño, de calor, y lo recibo con muchísimo agradecimiento y mucho gusto.
Leonardo, ¿el Óscar qué significa para ti? The Óscar, what does it
It's ultimately not why you do the film. This wasn't the intention of our intention while making the movie. To me, it's interesting because it's fantastic to be acknowledged by your peers, and I think we were very excited that a film of this magnitude that took so much effort and so much focus from so many different departments for such a long period of time, and recognized on this level, our cinematographer, our supporting actors, all the different departments who really went the extra mile. That certainly feels amazing. It's ultimately not why you do these films. You do these films because you want to make a great piece of art. And when you make these movies, it's now beyond our control. We've done all the work, and it's up to everybody else to judge whether they think this film is worthy of an award or not. So there's actually a tranquility that you have about the whole process. It's in other people's hands now. But I truly believe that what Alejandro and Chivo have accomplished with this film, like I said before, it is something that goes beyond awards. I think it's groundbreaking cinema. And many films, whether this film wins or not, films are not discussed as history unfolds, whether they have awards attached to them. They are discussed about what they've contributed to the art form.
That after all, when you struggle, exactly. You just have to say yes.
No, absolutely. Look, much has been talked about with this film of the extreme conditions that we worked in. But what you want as an audience is authenticity. That's what I want too when I watch a film, and that means we're so desensitized from the CGI world where everything is created in an animation room, and we don't experience tactile, visceral imagery anymore, natural lighting. All these things needed to be done to create a great, authentic piece of art. And so much has been talked about, like I said, of the difficulty of making this movie and all the things that Alejandro demanded for authenticity. For me as an actor, that's exactly what I want when I step on set. That's the best possible scenario. Yeah, the situations were tough for the actors and the crew. You were out in freezing cold temperatures, far off locations, but you want to work with a director that is looking at every frame of that film under a microscope so you can do your job well. You want to be surrounded by a world that is incredibly authentic and visceral and real. You want those things. So to me, anything less would frankly be uncivilized. And I appreciate that kind of attention to detail, the philosophy of filmmaking that Alejandro brings, and his relentless pursuit of authenticity and perfection when making movies. Otherwise, it would be, the worst scenario would be a situation where we worked for 9 months in freezing cold temperatures with a director that didn't care about what was going up on the screen. That would be the absolute worst scenario. And so I would absolutely work with Alejandro again. I think we also, beyond that, share a kinship and a taste of the type of cinema we like to do. And it was wonderful to work with a director where a film evolved while we were making the movie. Where the film started off as one thing, but our ideas of how the Native American people should be portrayed, for example, or how the character arc should be, or 100 different other things that we discussed actually infused their way up on the screen. That's a beautiful experience. So yes, of course I would love to work on it. Yeah.